Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tensolo Maruka and today I've got a very exciting video. Well, I feel like it's exciting, I don't know. I want to just detail the story of how me and my husband met and how we are right now, how everything happened. It's quite miraculous. I think it's miraculous. It's crazy. It's amazing. It's a beautiful journey. Stay tuned for all the juicy details. Okay, so my husband and I met back in 2017. Yes, 2017. So what had happened was I was driving a Polo Vivo. Everything will make sense as to why I'm detailing everything like to the T. Okay, so I was driving a Polo Vivo, and on my way back from work, I was on my way to fetch my mother because I would occasionally take her home and everything. So as soon as I knocked off from work, I was working at the airport, or Tambo Airport. So I was working a morning shift and I knocked off around 2. Then decided I'm gonna take my mother home to Tembisa and then come back because I was staying in Kempton Park. So on my way there, I decided to make a stop because I wanted something. I think it's just at the garage or something, somewhere close to a garage. I can't really recall the details per se. Anyway, I stopped there. A lady, as I'm trying to park into the parking lot, a lady next on my right hand side. I was on the left hand side, so I'm indicating to park on the left, and I was already on the left lane. So now the lady that was on my right hand side decided to come to the parking as well. When she came to when she went to the parking, she was on her phone, number one, which is not supposed to happen. I guess most of us do it, but try not to, especially with kids, because she had 2 kids in the car, 2 of her kids. She decided to then go into the parking the same time as me, scratching my car on the right hand side from the back all the way to the mirror in the front. And then we got out, sorted out all the insurance issues and whatever. That was a Friday. Sharp, I got over it, threw a few tantrums here and there, but got over it. I took the car to an approved place by her insurance so it could get fixed. It was a heavy scratch, so the car needed to be repainted again, but it was gonna be done maybe in 1 or 2 days. Anyway, take the car on Friday. Now I'm left with no transport. Bear in mind, I've got the morning shift, so I'm going in at work for 5:30 in the morning, so I have to be there at 5. Now this is when Nuna comes in. The next day is a Saturday. I'm supposed to go to work. I requested an Uber. My very first time requesting an Uber because I didn't have it because I had a car. So there was no reason for me to have it. Anyway, I request. My husband picks up. Well, I didn't know it was my husband then, or if he was about to be my husband, but he picks up. He was an Uber driver. Crazy. I had never even pictured myself dating or even getting along remotely with anyone who does that kind of work, because I've just never been interested. I've got a type, and people who drive Ubers are not it. Anyway, here's the plot. I request on the Saturday morning. He comes up. I just request randomly because that's the first person that came up. He gets there. When he got there, we started like making small talk and everything. Was very nice, but he was wearing a cap, so I can't even see how this person's face looks. But the conversation was flowing so much, and the drive is literally, maybe it was 5 minutes away from where I was staying to the airport. So now, as we were talking, everything was just flowing, and I'm like, oh, I really like this guy. He's really nice. But I didn't like him like that. I just thought he was a cool person. Like, his personality was great. Sharp comes drop off. I don't have cash, but I requested via cash. I only have a card. And he's like, no, it's okay. I guess it's okay. I don't know. Don't worry about it. If you need transport tomorrow, then you can somehow give me the money that you were supposed to give me today with tomorrow's one. So you're gonna give me two rides fare. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. That sounds okay, because my car's gonna be back on Monday. So I'm gonna still need you to take me to work tomorrow, which is the Sunday. Sharp, I get to work and I start telling my colleague about it, and I'm like, oh, there's this crazy guy, he's so funny, and he's an Uber driver and whatever. The conversation faded quite quickly. She was like, oh, okay, sharp. We left it. That was it. The next day he picks me up. Now he says, don't request, just take my number. Don't request, just tell me when to come through, because if you request, another person might pick up. And I'm like, okay, cool, sharp. That's sorted. The next day I told him about it. He was there early, like maybe 30 minutes before, maybe 4:30. I sharp and I'm like, oh great. He's punctual as well. And he's funny. Still not into him because I had a boyfriend. I just liked him. Like, I will get connections with people, but it's once in a while that it happens because I'm not really the most like easily approachable person. I'm not the friendliest or the easiest person to speak to at first glance. So that was just crazy that it happened. It was mind-blowing. Anyway, now the Sunday comes, I let him know, we go, and then the conversations are still flowing, and it's like, oh great, it was very nice to meet you, have a great day and whatever. I don't know if I'm ever gonna see you again, but have a great day. And I'm like, oh, thank you, likewise. Keep the change even, because that's very nice of you to trust a complete stranger. So crazy. It's like, to me, it feels like it's such a risk, because what if I never see you again? What are you gonna do? You don't know which flat I stay in, you know the building. But now it was wild to me that he trusted me with something so crazy at the first. He didn't know me, a complete stranger trusting you with his money. That's crazy. It could never be me, cha. Anyway, I gave him his money on Monday. We parted our ways. That was it. This was back in August. Was it August or June? I stand corrected. I don't know. I think it was June or something like that. That's when we met. That was us as just complete strangers knowing each other. Sharp, but now we have each other's contact details. I never deleted his numbers. He never deleted mine. Time goes on, maybe a month. I had a partner, he had a partner, bear in mind. My partner started messing up. Okay, he didn't really mess up. Now I'm checking up on him. It's very rare. Like, all the things that happened throughout our relationship leading up to our marriage is just a sign that it was just meant to be, because it's things that I have never even done, or like I stand completely against. But I managed to like open up my heart to this person who I had no idea what his background is. I have no idea what you are, who you are, how many babies you have, if you have any, what skeletons you have in your closet. You know, I had nothing. I had no knowledge of this guy, but I still really, really liked him. So now I contact him maybe a month later. He says, I asked him out. You be the judge of that, okay? I don't think I asked him out, but anyway. I contact him a month later. Oh, I was busy going through my contact list because I delete people. Like, I don't want numbers that I don't use. I don't want useless numbers to just fill up my phone book for no reason. So I texted him and I'm like, hi. I'm sure if I don't say anything, you'll never say anything back. Now I'm waiting for him to not say anything so I can delete his number. Because I don't want people's numbers lingering, especially guys. I don't understand why I have to keep your numbers for years and years. I don't like that. I don't do that. So now I'm like, I'm sure if I never say anything, you're probably not going to say anything either. He laughs at that and then we start talking. That was the beginning of pretty much this friendship that started us. Platonic friendship, which is something that I really stand against. I do not understand why girls and boys become friends without the other one catching feelings, because I'm such a, like, if I really like you, then I'm probably going to be attracted to you some way. So I struggle to understand the balance between someone having a platonic relationship with just a guy and a girl and they have absolutely no feelings towards each other, of wanting to have a relationship, of wanting to kiss or any intimacy whatsoever throughout the friendship. I have difficulty adjusting to that. I still do to this day. So anyway, we had now a friendship. So now every time he would call me every day, check up on me, he would speak for hours, and I'm like, you have a girlfriend? You say you have a girlfriend? And he's like, yeah, but I'm really unhappy with this relationship. And I'm like, oh, but if you know you're unhappy with something, you need to just walk away from it. There's no need to like jump onto something else when you know that's not what you want for yourself. Or if you don't see a future with somebody, then just completely cut ties. Let them know if you're willing to work on it, then you can work on it. Try and communicate how you feel. And then if they don't work on fixing whatever is bothering you, cut ties. I don't believe in holding on to people, especially if they serve no purpose in my life. That's just the personality I possess. Anyway, he's more forgiving, clearly, because he managed to stay in this relationship but still complain about this woman. Sharp. Now, on my other end as well, I was having relationship drama because my partner at the time was also slacking. With me, I'll communicate something. If you do not fix it, and then I catch you doing the same thing that I complained about, I will tell you, listen, I will leave this whole situation if you don't fix it. That's me giving you a second chance, because maybe you were caught up, maybe there's some, whatever excuse that you can think of, whatever it was, I'm gonna give you another chance to redeem yourself. You don't redeem yourself, I will cut you, drop you like a hot potato, like you are not just the love of my life the other day. That's how I am. Anyway, I communicated everything that I didn't like about my partner at the time to him. He still didn't fix it. So to me, I was like, that person is single, child. I am very much single, so I'm not doing anything wrong, because this person, we don't even talk. So I don't understand what kind of relationship that is. I'm not saying you must call me every other 2 hours, but at least let's not let 3 days go past without us talking to each other. Anyway, he didn't fix it. I decided to move on from him. Me moving on is me talking to Nuna now, because then I felt less guilty about it, because I had already told him I'm definitely gonna walk away if you don't fix it. He didn't fix it. To me, that's giving very much like, do whatever you want. So that's exactly what I did. We communicate with Nuna and everything for like months and months on end. We'll talk maybe daily for like hours and hours, every time of the day. Like 4 o'clock in the morning, he'd call me wanting to know how I am and whatever. He would ask about when I'm working, so he can see me after work and stuff. Sharp would talk about all of these things, all the things that he's not satisfied with. And I'm like, okay, listen, because me and you are vibing so well right now, I'm not sure if your girlfriend would approve of this. I don't do things that I wouldn't like another woman to go through because of me. So I don't want you to go through so much pain because of me, because your boyfriend is talking to me and I don't understand why he's still with you. He's so unhappy. So I was like, listen, you need to cut ties with, you can't keep calling me like I'm your girlfriend, because you already have one. If you don't like that relationship with her, then cut your losses. I will be here if that's what you want me to do. Then I will be here. It's fine. But now don't complain to me instead of just fixing the situation. So you either speak to her, fix the situation, get that over and done with, and then you can come back to me and tell me what the result was. Then we can continue this thing. I don't even know what to call it, because remember, friendships, platonic relationships and me, not exactly my vibe. So anyway, he did exactly that. Finally broke up with her. He's like, nah, I realized it just took something that was more like meaningful enough for me to walk away from this, because before I would just settle thinking, there's nothing better. And then you came along and I'm like, oh. Really? Is that what you think? I know. I'm very amazing. I'm very much amazing. But anyway, I got over it and I was like, oh, great. That's like the mature and wise thing to do. You can't just treat people, you can't just walk around treating people unfairly, because you wouldn't like it if they did that to you. Sharp. Now he broke up with that woman. It's completely official that they have broken up, because they were in a toxic relationship, as he kept saying. He broke up with that woman completely. Now he says, okay, now can I officially ask you to be my girlfriend with no baggage on me or anything like that? You know exactly what I've been communicating to you and everything. Bear in mind, my boyfriend at the time had been MIA maybe for a month or so. Maybe we would go a month or 3 weeks without talking, and then he would talk to me. But then again, he was traveling between like countries. So I understand it's not easy to just always get time to do that, because he was also busy. But you need to prioritize something that is a priority to you. Anyway, my boyfriend was also slacking at the time. So I was like, in my mind, I was like, I'm definitely single. I don't need to sort out anything. You're the one who needs to sort out all the work. So Nuna sorts out everything of his on his side. He's now clear. This girl's out of his life. Now he says, nah, I cannot imagine not talking to you every other time. And I'm like, oh, I know that's right. So now he talks to me and I'm like, okay, cool. Then that's fine. Then let's go. Let's do this. So we start dating in November. We've been knowing each other 3-4 months prior to us now officially dating. We'd talk and everything, but we had never done anything, like we'd never gone to lunch or anything of that sort until we actually started dating officially, which was in November. November happens, we start dating, everything is great. 3 weeks into the relationship, he proposes to me because he knows a good woman when he finds one, a good woman when he sees one. So now he's like, yo, there's nothing there's no quality that you have that I do not want. Everything that you possessed as a person, that's everything that I've always asked for in a woman. That's what I want. So I don't understand why we need to wait. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm also ready. Come on. I was so ready. I was like, okay, cool. I love you. I completely adore everything about you. Your personality is amazing. And I'm such a personality person. I'm so big on personality. If you are a kind person and you are like, you have all the qualities that I want, you believe in the same goals and dreams and everything, we aspire to be the same people in life and follow the same thing, then you're perfect for me. And that's exactly what he is, what he was, what he is. Anyway, now he proposed in late November or early December, and then we got married in March, 24th of March. So that's pretty much what happened. We got married and then we had a baby. We're living a very beautiful life. He's the love of my life. I absolutely adore him. He adores me. My family would advocate for this, how much he loves me. Consistent with everything that he has promised from day one. That's all I've ever wanted. If you say you're gonna treat me this and this way, do exactly that. Treat me how you said you were gonna treat me, how you are luring me to be in your life. Be consistent in that and you'll probably never lose me. So yeah, that's the story about how me and my husband met. A whole lot of people know him as Nuna because I call him Nuna. So all my friends, everyone who's close to me calls him Nuna. That's how me and Nuna met. And that's pretty much the story of how me and my husband met. It's beautiful. According to me, it's beautiful. I don't know what you think. Comment what you think. Your love story as well in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in my next video. Till next time, bye.